Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I am going to have to flip the camera down to look at the cards because seriously, it's so glitchy. I already have dealt out your cards and this drives me crazy. I can't stand to look at it, so we're going to just look at the cards while I tell you what I saw in the vision because, you know, I can't stand the glitchy. So we're actually going to talk about the energy of the sun in Gemini and how that's going to work for you. It is in your 8th house of transformation. So this is a big, powerful month for you. We start there. You just came off of that full moon eclipse. No, it wasn't an eclipse, but it was a super moon, full moon in Scorpio, which was really about letting go of some karma and really letting things pass out of your life. And then there was the energy of we're going to get an eclipse coming out of Sagittarius. So it's going to be in your 2nd house. The eclipse energy is going to come out of your 2nd house of what do you value? Self-worth, self-esteem. We'll get into that a little more when I do the Moon Astrology next week, but just something to be thinking about. There's been a lot of releasing and letting go. So what I saw for you was a little red Corvette driving down the beach highway. You know, the wind's blowing back your hair. There's an ocean breeze. It had this feeling of I'm free and I'm free, or what is it? I'm single and I'm ready to mingle kind of energy to it. And I was hearing Prince singing Little Red Corvette, which, you know, is kind of that same type of energy. So, if, you know, Sun and Gemini can be a lot of fun. It can be flirty, it can be chatty, and we've got Venus in retrograde, and Venus in retrograde often, you know, in Gemini often signifies that relationships aren't going to last. Kind of like in the song, the lyrics are, you know, it won't, much too fast. This isn't going to last. I don't know. Yeah, you have to look at the words. So, and I'm not going to sing it for you, so sorry about that. No, I'm not. All right, so this is an energy to express who you are. It's an energy to find who you are. It's definitely an opportunity to transform your life in a way that brings in more joy. I heard the words choose joy. So, you know, and I also heard some relationships may fall away, and then I heard they are meant to. It is the shedding of the old that you have been going through. Now it is time to have the big reveal. They also said that, the big reveal, and let people know who you are. It's about self-expression and using your throat chakra to bring about the healing in your life, you know. And so it could be through communicating honestly with people about where things stand. It could also be about you communicating honestly with yourself by maybe journaling or something. So being willing to do that. I didn't want to reshuffle the cards because what I saw come out on the top of the deck for the overall energy was the coffin. And since it is in your 8th house of transformation, I thought this is probably right on the mark, and I didn't want to take, you know, I didn't want to second guess what Spirit was trying to say here. So let's go ahead and get into this past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, actions. Key to the situation. The overall energy is this energy of transformation. So there's a big shift happening for you over the next, you know, like 30 days of Gemini. And we finish out the month. The day after we finish out Gemini and we move into Cancer, there is another eclipse. And then there's another eclipse 2 weeks later. So there's 3 in a row. 2 of them are like moving away from energy, letting go of energy. And you just came off of that big full moon that happened in your sign of releasing karma energy. So big stuff happening for you, and communication is going to be a key to this. So here's the really good news. The key to this situation is you are being divinely guided and protected. That bear is watching over those 2 little girls. Now there's a communication happening there. They're also young, which could be in a new relationship. So you might meet somebody, and maybe you're looking for something a little more serious than they are. That's a possibility. Or maybe you're just looking for a friendship, and maybe down the road it moves into something else. But whatever this meeting is, it's divinely guided, it's protected. So it could also be a business situation. It doesn't have to be about romance, but you know, Taurus season was all about relationships and partnerships, and so quite likely it could be something like that. In the recent past, This is Cinderella's carriage heading off to go to the party. And see that big old full moon? It looks like the full moon in Scorpio to me. That was a big, huge, super full moon, right? And so you're going to the party, and I think that in the area of your thoughts and where you were trying to get information is like how fast, how long, how far till I get to my destination. I think that it's felt like a very long journey for you over the past year or two. As I've been doing these readings, I've noticed that Scorpio's really been growing and learning and doing things, and I feel like the energy is really shifting in a way that is going to be very lovely for you to transform your life with the North Node now in your house of transformation. Your South Node for the next year and a half is going to be in that energy of releasing and letting go things that don't work for you as far as what do you consider of value. So this is a great chance to let go of all your lack of high self-esteem or your lack of abundance or your lack of anything. So the next 18 months is really huge like that. And then the 18 months that come after that, the next round of North Node, South Node is letting go of what's not working for you in your house of you so that you can transform the relationships in your life, because it'll be on the Taurus 7th house of partnerships and the 1st house of you axis, and it is releasing and letting go. So the next 3 years are easier than it has been with it's all been going on in that 12th house trying to figure out, or no, it was in your 3rd house of communication. So here you are. You're at this place where you're like, okay, I'm figuring this out. I know what's important to me. I know where I want to go, and I'm going to have a lot of support to get there. So we start out, and I will cover more in the Moon Astrology, but on the 22nd, there is a new moon happening in Gemini, which really allows you to plant the seeds of intention for the next 18-month cycle anyway. And since that 18-month cycle coincides with the nodes, it's really cool. And it gives you a real opportunity to decide what direction you want to go in for the transformation. Because here in the arena of transformation and during the season of Gemini is the crossroads, which is about you get to choose. I remember asking Spirit all the time, well, just tell me what it is you want me to do and I'll do it. I'm willing. I'll do whatever. Just tell me what it is. And Spirit was like, that is not how it works. Well, how does it work? You tell us what you want, and we'll help you get it. You tell us which road you want to take, and we'll help open up the path for you. We will light the path up before you. We will put the synchronicities. We will put the people, the places, the opportunities in place for you. Just you decide. You're at a crossroads. You get to choose. All this hard work you've been doing, you've been cracking open that big old hard shell of that rock shell. You are the phoenix rising from the ashes. Where do you want to go? You can fly this way, you can fly that way. It does not matter. You get to choose. Once you make the decision, then you will be divinely guided, and people will show up to help you, and opportunities will work out, and that's how the transformation will come into your life. And that is how you will figure out how to create the stability in your life. So over the course of this next month, there's a real possibility for you to really make some choices and decisions about what means stability to you. Is it financial? Could be. Is it, it's 8th house of transformation. It's also about other people's money sometimes. So it could be, it could totally have to do with finances. It could have to do with the relationship, because it could have to do with where do you want to work? Where do you want to live? Where do you want to go? It's a big change. But whatever it is that you decide that you want to do, whatever is important to you, Spirit's got your back. Literally standing behind you and helping you to meet the right people, the right places, the right opportunities. And you've been anxious about this long awaited change. This is like it's a stork. It's like the pregnancy. You've been like, well, when's the change going to come? Or I see a change coming, but I really wish I wouldn't get here. Because you are a fixed sign, and sometimes, most people don't like change to begin with, but fixed signs are like, I don't like change unless I decide I want to change something. And so there's been some anxiety around the change. Either you saw it was coming or you were like, when is it going to get here? Well, in case you were wondering, it's getting here right now because you're at the crossroads and you get to decide. Overall energy has changed and you're in the house of transformation. And here in your heart, we have Cinderella. And the thing about this Cinderella, okay, first off, you were wondering when you were going to get to the castle. And in your heart, you know, okay, so does that look like the drudgery one? That looks like the one to me. But yeah, she might work hard, but in her heart, she has all these friends. And she asks for what she wants, and then it is given to her. She wanted to go to the ball, and then out of nowhere, here comes the fairy godmother, the divine, saying, oh, here, I can hook you up with that. I can make sure you're in the right place at the right time. You are going to start in your heart feeling like you're not alone in this. There are people on your side. There is spirit on your side. That's a dove coming in on her hand. That's spirit. You're not alone. There's a raven down there. That's magic and synchronicity. And then there's the usual birds. I was hoping there would be a bluebird of happiness, but I didn't see it. But you can put one in. It's your dream. It's your vision. You can create what you want. And so the obstacle for you has been, how do I start something new? How can I create something new? I'm at this precipice of doing something new, and I'm not sure I want to do it. You know, the new is kind of frightening. If you're, it can be frightening. To me, it's exciting, but that's me. I'm an initiating sign. You're a fixed sign, and so something new might be like, well, I don't know. I just want to say, come on in, the water's warm. Look at this. Here you are. More people showing up to help you. In the current situation, the guidance here is the garden. And this garden is the story. I'm so excited about this. I got this cute little Lenormand deck here because it tells stories. And I was waiting for Gemini to roll it out. Okay, so in this fairy tale story, it is this big old giant who has this is like the story of a heart. Right? So he's got his walls built around him, and it's always winter in his garden, and anybody tries to come in his garden, he's like, no, get out, you know, and he scares everybody away. But one little intrepid little girl is like, I want to go get in that garden. So she climbs over the fence, she gets into the garden, and then she encourages another friend to come in, and they're over there playing, and the giant looks out the window, and he's like, they're kind of cute, and he doesn't chase them away, and then the spring comes. It's the melting of the heart. It's like he let somebody into his garden, his heart, and then the next thing you know, flowers are blooming, it's spring all the time, and the kids come to play, and he goes out and he plays with them, and he really enjoys them. Pick the direction that you're led to by spirit that brings you to this garden of happiness. Where are the people you want to hang out with in your life? Listen to your heart. Oh, and there you go. This is the place of the rider, and here's the rider coming in the place of stability. Moving forward is magical, and once you get in the flow of spirit, it becomes magical. You have so many cards of movement. There's the transformation. There's the crossroads and the opportunity. You don't have a negative card here. Scorpio, I'm so excited because you have a fabulous reading and you deserve it. You've been doing the work. But this is about, garden's also about community. And like I said, I really felt like the throat chakra was lit up. And so it's about self-expression and letting people know who you are now. Who are you now? This giant used to be big and scary. Now, I don't know if you can see him. I'm going to try to get really close. Can you see him in the background? He's playing with the kids. That's who he is now. This is about letting people know who you are now. So, the time is right for you to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. It is time for you to choose joy, choose happiness, choose being authentically you, choosing to go ahead and give it a shot to let people know who you are. I always think of the blue jay as being the bird that's like, I'm showing up at the bird feeder, and you can like it or you can leave. And some of the birds aren't as afraid of him. And other ones are like, I'm out of here. Doesn't matter. He shows up and he's just himself. The cardinals are like very confident and they're not worried about the blue jay, so they just keep on eating. Some of the smaller birds are nervous and they take off. Has the blue jay attacked them before? Maybe. Doesn't matter. The blue jay said, I'm hungry. I'm showing up for what it is I need and for what I want. And, that's also that blue throat chakra. And, you always know when the blue jays are outside, they're very communicative, So be willing to speak up. Oh, in the heart space, you have receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. Receiving lovingly from others, like Cinderella, right? Receiving and being divinely guided. This is a month to really open up your heart to the possibilities and to the people that you care about, and to speaking your truth and being who you are, and accepting others for who they are, right? Those children in the garden, they were very accepting of the giant, which is why he's very comfortable with them. So accepting yourself for who you are, accepting others for who you are, for who they are, and giving, so often we want to say, I can do it myself. I don't need any help. I'm good. I'm in my walls and I've got this. But you're being asked to say, okay, someone's offering me help and I'm letting them in, and look, you're cultivating prosperity. This is the second house work. The abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. This looks like the abundance, though, of love, of transforming your life through opening up to love of yourself and of others, And this is just beautiful, beautiful energy. I'm very excited to see what you do with it, Scorpio. Very excited to see what you do with it. Okay. Hopefully I'll get you a card here. It's the esoteric question of the month. It's called Soul Truth. I just got this deck. I love it. It kind of sticks together, but I'm working on it. It'll ask you a question. It's something to think about this month, and use this as a guidance from Spirit to see where it is that you go with it. What do you think about it? So let's get it. Oh yeah, there. I saw that. All nice and frozen up. I did order a video camera. I'm actually getting it tomorrow. So within a week or so, I should know how to use it. Interesting. Looks like there's another. Oh, there's a couple. Oh, wow. Okay, so this one says, am I on the right path? Well, you are at the crossroads. And so the answer to the question isn't what you've analyzed that feels right. It's what feels right in your heart. Sometimes we second guess what we're doing. We lose trust in the process and question if we're even on the right path at all. Know this. You are on the right path. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep remembering that you are a soul, that you made a soul contract that you are currently fulfilling in every area of your life, even if you can't see it. That doesn't mean that it's not real. Where am I called to use my voice right now? I told you the throat chakra was lit up. You have a soul script that was written to be spoken. Your story matters, and it's time for you to share it with the world. Share your story with at least one person today. Be brave and speak your truth. Your voice will be the catalyst for others to hear. I mean, you can hear a blue jay anywhere. I mean, they're loud, right? And then, how can I be more flexible right now? Big sign. What are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today, and trust the outcome will be for the highest good. Remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. And if you really need to relieve the stress, go for a walk. Go for a run. Do a little yoga. Let it go. Just let it flow on through. Oh, what a beautiful reading. All right, Scorpio, I'll see you back here next week, and we'll talk about what the stars and the planets and the moon are doing and how it will affect you over the next 2 weeks, and that has those eclipses in it. So two eclipses? Yeah, probably cover 2 eclipses. All right, you take care, and we will talk soon.